Ladies and gentlemen, fans and soon-to-be fans, welcome to the Simulation Football League Minor League Edition here as the Anchorage Wolves are about to play the San Jose Flight. And things might seem locked up for the bye week, but they're definitely not locked up for the number one seed, as the new quarterback of the San Jose Flight, CJ Haygood, is looking to come in here and carry his squad into possibly a first-round bye throughout the playoffs, first-round seed throughout the playoffs, and hopefully a back-to-back SFLm championship. I am here with my broadcasting partner, DJ Kilgannon. DJ, tell me what you're thinking about this upcoming contest.
Jesse, super excited for this one. San Jose has arguably been the best team in the SFLm this season. Anchorage as well is easily in the top half, and at some points they look like the best, right? This is a battle of powerhouses to end the season. I couldn't ask for a better matchup than this one.
It really is. It's going to be a lot of fun. Anchorage is no slouch. They have been one of the really good teams this season. It looks like their third seed is locked up, but they want to go at you hard every single week. And the ball is up in the air, and we are ready for lights, camera, football here in San Jose as the ball is taken out to what looks like to the 35 and a whole lot more. He continues to move, continues to run, continues to go. Only one man to beat, and he's pushed out of bounds. What an amazing run by Aiden Texera, and what a way to kick off the night.
I see it in the chat. Let's start out hot. That is certainly doing so. Texera looks like he's going right all the way. The blocks on the other side of the field are tremendous. It takes one broken tackle, and that gives him plenty of room on the sideline to do whatever he wants. Eventually gets chased down by the kicker for Anchorage, saving what would have been a tackle. Joe Garfield put his running shoes on before that play.
At a great place to put the new CJ Haygood in position to possibly get his first touchdown here in the SFLm. San Jose had a bit of a Chad Powers situation at quarterback for the first 9 weeks. And we're going to introduce the rest of the team here as he drops back to throw. It's going to be incomplete, thrown into double coverage. Mark Shelton, the intended receiver. Let's run through this offense. Along with your commander-in-chief, CJ Haygood, you've also got Rashawn Williams, Joel Hardiman, Speedy Gonzalez, Aiden Texera, Jimmy Wint, Jamar Shelton, Johnny Masters, Johnny Henson Jr. That's going to round up your backfield and receiving core, along with offensive linemen Landon Onham and Jack Big Boss. Rashawn Williams is your current rushing title holder, and he's hoping to add a bit more to that. As Haygood drops back, slings it out to the corner. A lot of contact and most likely a flag. Yeah, DJ, that's pass interference. What do you think about that one?
Yeah, I mean, the coverage was certainly tight. The extra contact certainly wasn't needed. The corner was in better position than the tight end was. You can see it there. Just got a little bit too physical as he was trying to go up for the football. A little bit unnecessary. Was going to the new tight end Masters. That's the debut connection for San Jose, trying to start early.
That's a good observation there. It definitely looked like Masters had won that regardless, but Belmont automatically puts Haygood and company on the 5-yard line, first and goal to start this football game. We're not even almost 40 seconds in. Drop back, roll out, throws, intercepted. The intended wide receiver was Jamar Shelton, standing there just waiting to catch it. What an athletic play by Eric Belmont.
Yeah, and I love the attempt, Jesse. You have one of your best receivers on your squad running a fade to the corner, and it's all about just trying to loft it over the safety, playing over the top. And one problem I look at in this game, CJ Haygood, obviously his first start playing against one of the best defenses in the entirety of the minor league in Anchorage, easily top 3 in my opinion. And it's going to be a tough night all night for him. But I love to see the confidence early going for that throw. San Jose clearly trusts him as well.
have to agree with that, as an excellent 9-yard run on the play by Ant Tim. Always good to see a new quarterback with the willingness to go out there and sling it. Let's introduce some of this offense here. Well, we got a little bit of time after that nice big run. Mikal Pajak is going to be your quarterback, along with Jim Hood making his rookie debut, along with fellow running back Ant Tim and Chevy Monte Carlo. As we await the snap here, 2 tight ends set to the left. I-pro formation. Flip out outside. That's a breaking tackle. It's going to be a lot more by Ant Tim. And another huge run. I hope you guys are ready for a short fight. I don't think they're throwing haymakers to start this one.
Yeah, they certainly are. 2 huge explosive plays within just a minute and some change of the start of this football game. Of course, the kickoff return we saw earlier, that was huge. Looks like Jim Hood, first time out on the field there. You can see him in the backfield.
Now this fight's going all 4 quarters, but if this were a boxing match, it's probably going to end a lot sooner. As the flip out to Jim Hood. Very good play and an excellent demonstration of making advantage of the most of those early opportunities. DJ, I'm going to follow up more with the rest of the crew here. Strike up the rest of the band. Kevin Parker and Joey Hightower continue to be one of the best duos in football, along with Elliot Pope Jr., Bobby Tarantino, and Sanj Singh. As once again, they flip out one more time, but that play is shut down immediately by Ant Tim, forcing the 3rd and 2. And Jackie Jones, along with offensive line ladies Jess Fullerton, Galarza, Rose Steele, and Demon Pickle will make up your offensive linemen and ladies for Anchorage this evening. Another handoff. They're going to keep going back to the well. A gain of maybe about 3, but all they needed was 2. Excellent run there, DJ.
Yeah, and I love what they're doing, Jesse, with the running game. They're sticking to the outside. When you look at San Jose, the strength on their defense is their defensive line. Of course, Dave Wolf, who's the sack leader, having 11 and a half, 10 tackles for loss as well. He is dominant on the line. If they run inside, things are going to look scary for him. If they continue to bounce it to the outside like they are with their running game, I think it could work in their favor.
Backfield throws, going to be caught on the play. Sanj Singh, very easy pitch and catch, and they're going to mark it as a first down. Let's take a moment to talk about this San Jose defense a little bit more. Along with defensive lineman Frodo Laggins, Dave Wolf, and Brickashaw Molinaro, along with linebackers Isaac Faison, Jesus Smith, Louis Cody Jr., cornerbacks Andre Pope, and Ramnar Sudi at safety. And at some point, we'll see kicker Cecile Aldemir as well. Running into the teeth of the animal and chewed and spit up multiple ways. Love seeing that fighting for a gain of 7 by Ant Tim. DJ.
Yeah, Ant Tim is one of the best runners after contact we have in the league. Terrific elusiveness, is able to shed away from blocks very easily, especially when it comes to the 2nd or 3rd level.
That got shut down pretty rough. You know, it is hard as a brand new running back coming into the league at this point, but you love seeing Jim Hood continue to try to churn out as many yards as he can.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love to see that they are including the young rookie in their run game a bit. Seems like they're relying on the run game a lot tonight, and I don't hate it.
And they are continuing to run. And when you got runs like that, why not? Touchdown! Ant Tim! Wow! What a way to fight for every yard and tightrope into the end zone for the first score of the football game.
Yeah, looked like a ballerina on that sideline with the footwork. A tremendous display of blocking by the bunch receivers on that side. You see 86 leading the charge for Anchorage. That's Sanj Singh, the tight end, who is out in bunch. Blocks the linebacker at the first level, then goes and finds someone way downfield, and that gives Ant Tim just enough on the sideline to be able to slip into the end zone. Joe Garfield
is going to kick it up right down the middle and put the dividends on the investment, make it a 7-0 ball game. 5.5 minutes into the first. You know, this game so far is reminding me of one of those big heavyweight title fights where both fighters say, we're not going to let judges decide this one. They are throwing haymakers and bombs out there.
Yep. And San Jose, you look at their offense. I mean, defensively, it's always hard to stop Anchorage rushing attack, but I'm more interested in how their offense played. Yeah, I mean, the few plays they had after what was a great kick return, and it was pass heavy. And I think as this game carries on, Jesse, that's something I'm gonna tend to look at and think about, as should the people at home, because you have a rookie quarterback, his first ever game playing, and you have the rushing leader in your backfield. I'm curious to see if they're going to run a little bit more now that they're further back from the end zone and are trying to sustain a long drive.
Well, with them going to the playoffs, they definitely have the long-term horizon as part of their game plan and the development of the young CJ Haygood as he hands off on the delayed handoff to Rashawn Williams. He's going to get a gain of about 7 there. Let's take a moment to introduce this defense to force a turnover on the last drive. Defensive lineman Jad McPherson and defensive line lady Finn Steele, along with linebackers Bobby Green, Duncan Onham, Zachary Bobineau, Julian Gasco, and Eric Belmont are going to round out the secondary. Handoff once again, this time a nice shimmy and shake move by Joel Harneman for a gain of about 6 and a new set of downs.
Yeah, we talked about duos a little bit earlier in this game. Harleman and Williams, a very, very solid combo. Williams, I mean, you look at him and he's just good at everything. He's a speedy back. He breaks tackles like no one else, and he's very shifty. Harleman is someone that they can use in those short rushing downs whenever Williams is a little tired.
Set up a situation here. They've got 3 wide, very balanced. Drop back, throws out to the flat, caught by Rashawn Williams, and luckily pushed out of bounds by Julian Gasca. He was ready to get a whole lot more on that.
Yeah, great job from the defensive back making the tackle. You see, there didn't actually make the tackle, but whenever you are a defensive back, your best friend in those scenarios is the sideline, and Julian Gasca used it to perfection.
And sling out and caught.
There we go.
Wow, what a beautiful grab by Aiden Texera, adding to the receiving side to go along with his huge play to open up the football game on the kick return.
Number 12 is not under center, but Aiden Texera is still going to get a huge completion, the first of CJ Haygood's hopefully long career in the SFLm and SFL after that.
Let me tell you, it takes really strong shoulders to walk into a situation like this and start throwing with confidence as they have the ball just outside of field goal range. Hand it off to Rashawn Williams. He's going to fight and claw for 6 yards. Every time you give the ball to Rashawn Williams, he's going to eat.
Yeah, he sure is. I mean, his yards per carry at one point was over 5. He is just a tenacious runner. He will not go down easily. If you're not bringing multiple defenders to try and tackle him, he could really break a play off at any time.
For sure. Last season he was hovering around the top, but this season, now that he's a senior rookie, he has been absolutely owning it. A handoff this time. Once again, it looked like Joel Harneman was going to get a whole lot more, but this 1-2 punch of Rashawn Williams as Joel Harneman are just driving them even further as they get the ball near the red zone.
Yeah, and you can see Speedy Gonzalez playing down from Bossier City was the fullback leading the charge through that hole. Laid out a tremendous block for Joel Harleman that let him gain plenty of more yardage without being touched.
Absolutely. And thank you for giving the flowers to Speedy Gonzalez in that one. We love our fullbacks here in the SFLm. Right. You know it. Back drop, steady, throws, caught. Aiden Texera. Right on the 10-yard line. It's going to make it 1st and goal with 3 minutes left in the first. And, raise those hands up.
Now raise the roof. Looks like the young man can read some coverage, Jesse, because it was his own coverage in the middle. The linebackers were playing a little bit wide outside, and Haygood just splits in between them, throws a nice throw over the middle, and, again, connects with Aiden Texera now inside the 10.
Time for him to show that they can find pay dirt here, as they're showing blitz on the left side of the offensive line. As we have Jamar Sheldon in motion, handoff, and shut down immediately. You're not going to get him every single time on this defense. Great tackle by Anchorage.
Yeah, I like the attempt there at the rush. Last time out in this area of the field, they were throwing. And it didn't turn out in their favor, so if you mix up the play calling a little bit, it'll probably work a little bit better. Let's see if they do the pitch to this bunch side like they did earlier.
Trips wide, showing blitz up the middle. Single back. Sean Williams stands in the block. Throws it. Oh, once again. Heartbreak. Downtown and in the end zone. For Eric Belmont's second interception of the contest.
Yeah, looked like he was just doing a timing route, fakes the post, takes a little jitter step, and then cuts back out to the corner. And Eric Belmont, all he was doing was just playing his zone. That was his area of the field to guard. And, he thought it would trip up the defense a little bit, but Belmont stuck to his assignment and worked perfectly because C.J. Haygood still attempted to make that pass. Number 29, Belmont, is going to be in his nightmares tonight.
Absolutely, and this is one of the times you got to pat him on the head and say, hey, forget about it. We're going to be back on the fairway in no time. Handoff once again is going to be a nice little run there by Ant Tim for a gain of 5. And, a little bit of deja vu right now. Drive down the field, nice and steady, get to the red zone, turn it over, and here we are once again where we were last time Anchorage had the football.
Yeah, and again, as Anchorage is starting out with running, back with a split back look. Looks like a very similar situation, Jesse, like you were saying.
And once again, a handoff. It's going to be to Jim Hood, making the most of his opportunities and saying, I can get you that first down. Great run by the freshman rookie.
Yeah, that is a big dude back there. 6'2", 250 pounds running that football. He is not an easy man to bring down.
Yeah, he definitely has at least a couple of X's in front of the L on his T-shirts as Ant Tim's going to take off once again for a big 12-yard gain to the 38 and deeper into San Jose territory.
Yeah, the rushing game of Anchorage is just so potent like we've seen all season long. Ant Tim really being the catalyst of it. And, Jim Hood as well. We've seen him get the ball a few times, and he's certainly making the most of his opportunities.
For sure that San Jose is probably missing him a little bit. He was on San Jose's roster for season 10 before the draft and, of course, the shuffle around. Back, Pajak throws! Oh. It's going to be caught! He's got a lot more real estate in front of him. And the slippery, shifty Joey Hightower with a huge gain. That's going to put him at 1st and 10 and close to the end zone.
Yeah, Hightower, a pretty clear second target on this offense. Kevin Parker has led the way as far as receiving goes, but Hightower was a rebel last season. Both of these main receivers actually coming onto this team fresh as Anchorage's first season in the league. They've meshed really well with Miko Pajak as a really potent duo for him.
Hands off time, blitz incoming, throws. That's going to be caught, and there's going to be a little more action with the broken tackle by Kevin Parker, another season 10 San Jose alum.
Yeah, it looks like they're just doing whatever they want right now. Right now, these passes for Anchorage are just getting out so quickly that the defensive line for San Jose doesn't have enough time to pressure him.
As we head into the second quarter, Anchorage is up 7-0 and driving in the San Jose red zone. You are watching the SFLm on the Virtual Football Network. And we find ourselves back here in San Jose, California. San Jose. Where does it say you have to live and die here? Newsies, one of my favorite musicals. Back up, handoff, and Ant Tim is going to drag Jesus Smith another couple yards with him, and Jesus Smith did what he had to do, but he paid to do it.
Yeah, sure did. That one certainly hurt. Pulled him along like a bobsled across the ground for an extra few yardage at the end of it.
Handoff, once again, delayed handoff. This is going to go to Jim Hood. Once again, makes a very nice gain on that. It's always great to see these rookie running backs being able to use those kind of like smaller gains to put their teams in much better positions and open up their playbooks.
Yeah, absolutely. And using their blocking really well. Attacking the holes that your offensive line makes rather than trying to make your own is a huge point.
Sanj in motion. A lot of physical, big bodies in this formation here. They're going to hand it off to Ant Tim. who's going to get shut down behind the line of scrimmage by Louis Coduty Jr. What a great tackle to force fourth down and the field goal attempt.
Yeah, it looked like the spot of the call was, not as close to the line as it was, but I think either way, not the first down they were looking for, and they're stuck with kicking. But to their defense, still going to be a 2-possession ball game now, taking the lead, and San Jose really just has to get something going for them. Now, both of Anchorage's drives up to this point that they have scored on have been very, very successful.
For sure. So to answer the question in the chat, I do take requests when it comes to musicals, but let's just say I won't be winning a Tony Award anytime soon, as the ball is going to be taken out on the play by Jamar Shelton. He just knocks the tackler into the core of the earth. Wow. Now he hit him with everything he had.
And get another look at it, too. 3D glasses on. Boom. That'll be put on a shirt somewhere.
Directly in your living room. Yep. The SFLm's best. Just running around your living room. And then before you know it, you're heading to the hardware store and spending a whole lot of money.
Ace Hardware, I hope.
Boom, 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 boom. Anyway, directly under center, CJ Haygood, quick 2-step drop, throws it into the middle. And what a beautiful catch by Johnny Masters. Leave the amateurs at home. It's time for Johnny Masters.
Yeah, and there we go, putting them past the 50, and that's that rookie to rookie connection they were looking for a little bit ago, and getting it for a big chunk of yardage. That'll certainly boost the confidence of both of those guys.
And let me tell you for sure, when you're a new quarterback, you just love seeing those big bodies out there.
Oh man.
He was ready to just get absolutely crushed on the play. It looked like the soon-to-be crusher was a I think it was a 92. I want to say that it was dunking on him. He just came on him like a truckload of bad news. He was ready to knife right into him.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes the truck moves too fast to get the plate, right?
That's right.
So he dropped back and throws. Another throw, and I think that you gotta pat him on the head, right? And I know Sean Williams is doing that right now. He's a leader on this team. He's patting him on the head and saying, hey, just slow down. It's only 10 points. We got you, right? Don't worry, brother. We're a team.
More of those runs like they did previously. Mix up their looks a little bit.
5-step drop, slings it out immediately, and it's caught by Aiden Texera. But that's going to force a fourth and 2 here with 7:56 left in the second. And they're most likely going to punt here, DJ.
Yeah, you can't risk not getting it, putting Anchorage already in a better situation than they already have been, especially with how successful their offense has been up to this point. Can't risk that in the slightest.
Yeah, too soon not to play the field position game here and play some good smart football. Very nice boot right there by the punter. One Sean Landetta. If by air, by sea, by Landetta, it surely shall be. I'll be here all week. You got it. That's going up on the mantle.
Sure is.
Flip off, hand outside, and Tim. And Aunt Tim gets absolutely crushed on the play by Isaac Faison. Though, if you think you're going to run away from him forever, it ain't going to happen. Isaac Faison, he's been doing very well in his initial year as a freshman rookie.
Yeah, sure has. He's been all over the place, especially when it comes to stop the run.
Look at that, and they stopped that up again. This time they did it wholesale. Louis Coduty Jr. is going to get credit with the tackle, but that entire defensive line in front seven, they're absolutely going to all raise their hand on it.
Yeah, and there's still a whole lot of time left in this game here, Jesse, but at this point, you're down by 10 if you're San Jose. They have not lost a game at home at all this season. Oh, there it is.
Oh, and there's the Brickashaw Molyneux. When you don't have far to go, you can get there pretty fast. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it was a quick drop in the pocket. Molyneux got right around the edge, untouched practically, and just laid a devastating hit. Wasn't even up to question. Demon Pickle was trying to get a hand on him, and he was just too quick.
Great show of acceleration to the quarterback for the Chicago Dev player, as it's going to be fair caught by Aiden Texera. They're going to start with really nice field position here. And this is going to be an opportunity for CJ Haygood to drive down the field and start scoring some points. Remember, they're still very, very much in this. It's very much anyone's ball game, as Haygood is going to line up under center here. No tight end, so the offensive line is going to be tested here. Blitz incoming, handoff, and shut down immediately up the middle by the tackler. Wow, Bobby Green just came out of nowhere and stopped what could have been a huge gain.
Yeah, Bobby Green has been leading in tackles throughout this season, and for good reason. He's so good at stopping the run, leads in tackles for losses as well. He's all over the place.
Oh, and caught. Is that a safe hand play or a safe hands play? Wow, Aiden Texera with another big catch, and this time with style and panache.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like a little cross route going underneath of the streak that was coming in the inside of the route, and the streak kind of pulled the defenders off a little bit, left the cross wide open, just did exactly what the play was designed to do. Aiden Texera did the rest.
Just outside the 40, the ball's going to be flipped out to Rashawn Williams. A nice spin move to break the first tackle, but won't get much further. 2nd and 8 just outside the 35. 5:25 left in the second quarter. Rolling up to center. Tight end to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Single back. 1 throw, guns. Wow, that looked like at first a dangerous throw, but CJ Haygood places it so perfectly into the hands of Jamar Shelton for a first down at the 30.
Yeah, Shelton's just so big, and you throw that one a little bit behind Belmont, who was there trying to make another play on it and nearly did. Would have been his 3rd. But Haygood keeps it out of harm's way, throws it, Belmont was a little bit too far forward on the out. So throwing it behind his head was really what did it. Throwing it high enough to where Shelton could get it as well.
Direct handoff to Rashawn Williams in the backfield. He's going to be bottled up by his own line before being tackled. Tackler on that play is going to be non-contract player Derek Ross, 2nd and 8.
Yeah, now San Jose going back to a more balanced approach. It seems like they're either going very balanced or all pass in this one. And now they go back to a pass. Balance will be their key.
Oh, and he had it. He had it. Well, this is what you got to learn when you're new to the league. The lights and the cameras. You make a big play, but then you kind of cave under the pressure a little bit, and that's where leadership comes in. Coaches are really good at calming down veteran players, but this is where your veteran players can really help out calming those young guys.
Yeah, for sure. And, it was bound to happen. He's been great up to this point, and heard the footsteps coming from that over-the-top safety. Contact was going to be there while trying to pull it in.
5 up front. Linebackers are showing blitz. They're coming. Inbound throws. It's going to hit the hands of Jamar Shelton, but the coverage is really tight, and the blitz was on fire. 4:16 left in the second is going to force 3rd down. And DJ, looks like we've got we got a punt incoming. Once again, they're going to play that field position game.
Yeah, with the kickers we have in the SFLm, probably not in the wheelhouse, just inside the 30. I don't know about you, Jesse. I wouldn't hate going for that. A good punt it was, but I just, I wouldn't hate to go for it in that situation, already being so far on their side of the field.
Well, with the way that they've been playing, though, the score is still very close. San Jose's defense has been playing very well, so I can see why this decision would be made here. As Mikal Pajak finds himself directly under center, trips out, but they're not going to throw it. They're going to run it once again. Antin for a gain of 5. And with only 4 left in the second, it appears that they're going to be getting the ball at the half. So I guess they're looking to be the last team with the ball here in the first half.
And I don't blame him. Try and get as many points as he can up before the half breaks. And certainly be a good idea.
I'll tell you what's a good idea. Getting some sleep. Jim Hood is going to need a lot of rest as he got just absolutely barreled in by the tackler. That was going to be non-contract player Adam Archuleta, who welcomes him to the first step in a long career journey of many, many tackles ahead.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh! The Brickishaw Molina was going to get half the sack there, and the other half's going to come from Dave Wolf. Mikhail Pajak looked like one of those sci-fi movies where the monsters just grab you from both sides.
Yeah, for sure. And looked like the tackle was going to be shrugged off by Mikhail Pajak. That's one of his specialties in the pocket, is being able to slip away from sacks. But, the cleanup crew was there. The Brickishaw Molino has 2 sacks, both of them coming from those type of plays.
The other half came from non-contract linebacker Robert Thomas. Even though most certainly this entire line has been terrorizing Mikhail Pajak all evening long. Nice catch there by Intexera to mark it down at midfield. And once again, San Jose starting with great field position, but can they cash it in? And it's been punts so far in the last 4 possessions between both teams since the Anchorage field goal. Directly under center, Haygood's going to flip it out to Rashawn Williams. Nice shift, but he's finally going to be brought down on the play. And really good tackle there by the free safety.
And you saw the broken tackle there to the outside run. The first person who's usually going to make contact with Williams is going to be a defensive back, and he's usually going to break those tackles. So the more people you can get to him quickly on his runs, the better your life will be.
Joel Hardiman does a little side swim move to get a little bit more. It's going to end up being a gain of just 2 to make it 3rd and 3 as we enter into the 2-minute warning. Anchorage is going to be up 10-0. San Jose is in Anchorage territory, hoping to drive and make a touchdown out of it as they find themselves in this position here where, they're moving the ball and they get to the 10 and they don't quite finish up. But hopefully this is CJ Haygood's chance to show them that they're not out of it and he's ready to be the leader they need him to be. Blitz is on the outside, picked up pretty well, clean pocket throws. Going to call by Teixeira. It's going to be 4th and inches and probably no challenge flag here. It looked like he was well short.
Yeah, it did. He had to have to run back to get it, and they will go for it. I love it. Great decision here, in my opinion. You're across the other side of the field. Let's see what you can cook up.
You play to win the games. Slip back formations, and they do. And he gets it. There you go. Yeah. It's like the Beatles. Go on.
You got the best rusher in the SFLm in your backfield. If they don't give it to him there, that's just a questionable decision. But they do what they should do, and they continue to cook on this drive.
Hey, when all you need is love, you listen to the Beatles, and all you need is a first down on the 1-inch line. You listen to Rashawn Williams when he says, "Give me the rock," as a timeout is going to be taken. Looks like that timeout is going to be taken by San Jose as they find themselves encroaching upon field goal position. They want to walk away with something here as they kind of sit in that limbo between scoring and not so scoring. Higgins directly under center again. Very quick drop, throws it, and it's going to be caught by Johnny Masters, saying, "I've got the mental toughness. You can count on me." CJ knows he can. Nice catch.
Yeah, give Johnny his gold jacket because he's having a great debut here. Seems to be very successful over the middle with CJ, especially against these zone looks.
Oh, yeah. Custom fit that jacket, too. You're going to need a lot of material.
Oh yeah.
He's a 260 pounder. Throw it. Oh, and intercepted. This time Bobby Green gets in on the pick party. And, on paper, completion-wise, he's looking really good, except for these 3 completions he's thrown to the Anchorage defensive backs.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we mentioned, one of the hardest defenses to play against in the minor league, and it's his first ever game. You're gonna see things like this. He hasn't even had much time to progress at all. So,
All right.
it's gonna be rough to start.
It is a tough assignment, but keep in mind the defense is keeping them very much in it. The final score is what matters at the end of the day, as the handoff's going to be made to Aunt Tim, who's going to do a little shakery and bakery for a gain of only 3 yards in the cakery. 38 seconds ticking left here in the second. It looks like they're going to run the ball unless they decide to pull off some wild shenanigans as they put Sansin in motion. Up a wide, and they are going to hand it off again. Play it safe this time to Jim Hood. And we're going to tick out the final 10 seconds here of the second quarter. Get my little schmooze ready here. Bring us into the end of the first half. And here we are at the end of the first half. Anchorage finds themselves up 10-0. San Jose's got some turnover woes going into it, but it's still a very close, very competitive ball game. Don't go anywhere. DJ, tell us your thoughts on the first half and what needs to be done for San Jose to come back in the second half.
I mean, if you're San Jose, the easiest diagnosis for your struggles is you got to stop the turnover bug. You just need maybe some more longer developing routes, because CJ Haygood seems to be converting really well on routes that are over the middle that take a little bit longer to develop when his offensive line gives him some time. It seems like his struggles are coming on quicker throws. We've seen a few interceptions in regards to it, and you got to stop this rushing attack on the outside for Anchorage. Keep doing what you're doing.
Absolutely, and it's a pleasure to be with all of you here this evening for the Tuesday SFLm triple header here on Where Else But Your Home for the most elite in the world of virtual football, the Virtual Football Network. Make sure to like this video. You know why? Because we like you back.
That's right.
Hand up in the air. Love, yes. We like to love you. We like to love you very, very much. Yeah, I'm starting to sound like lyrics from one of those like 80s or 90s R&B movies,
There you go.
Is there or R&B songs like videos? What are music videos? Can you imagine a network of nothing but music videos? Wouldn't that be something?
It sure would.
Yeah. Now it's just episodes. It's the same show over and over and over again. But this show is going to be Mikkel Pajak gunning it directly into the hands of Kevin Parker. Wow, he just threw that at him like a javelin, just bang.
Yeah, right into his chest as he came across the field. A terrific throw. Kevin Parker, very speedy when it comes to across the field running. Got to stay up on his defender. That was all he needed.
Let me tell you, that's a catcher-like skill in terms of catcher-like baseball. And Kevin Parker probably played baseball with the way he caught that ball so fast, not even worried about it. Pajak is showing a 2 tight end set on opposite sides, and they're definitely going to do what we thought they'd do. But San Jose's defense also thought they were going to do it too. Great tackle on the play, and that's going to force the gain of about just maybe 2, 3rd and 1. Here we go. Big play. The San Jose crowd's getting loud. Handoff.
No.
Little spinnery and trickery, but Aunt Tim gets just enough to keep it moving. Sometimes, DJ, that's all you have to do.
Yeah, for sure. And Tim got the player of the half nod. And it was another situation as to like what San Jose faced earlier. Feed your bell cow in a situation where they can produce.
Trips wide, just to the right hip of the right tackle. Hand off Jim Hood, but he's going to be dragged down on the play by the non-contract cornerback Jeremetrius Butler. 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and I like
Nice
it.
play.
They're continuing to run. That's what worked in the first half mainly, so they're trying to stick with it. More runs to the outside.
He's got time to throw. Oh. Wow, that was really dangerous.
Yeah.
Way over the head of the receiver, and it looked like it was going to be caught by Andre Pope for a second.
Yeah, I thought that one was going back the other way. Mikkel Pajak lofted that one way too far in front of the receiver for them to be able to haul this one in. Now you are forced into a passing down. We'll go to a bunch look with one 3-point stance. Interesting play calling here.
We most certainly will. They've been going to this formation quite a bit. That's Pajak with a nice quick drop. Blitz incoming, and that forced the overthrow and the 4th and 9. It looked like Dave Wolf was hot on his heels. Fourth and 9. They're going to bring out the punting unit. Trace Welsh awaits to receive the punt here. Long snapped out and up. A lot of hang time, good distance. No fair catch called. As Texera is going to be tackled right at their 20-yard line to begin the drive. 7:51 left in the third quarter. DJ.
Now, if you're San Jose, you need to. Oh, sorry. If you're San Jose, you need to let your star cook in the backfield and do some routes over the middle that Haygood's been able to complete and get his confidence up.
Nice run by Rashawn Williams. Absorbs a lot of impact just past the line of scrimmage to make it a 4-yard gain. And San Jose is running the ball very well, but as you said, the problem has always been those big turnovers. So we'll look to see, like you said, if they keep it on the ground to create more opportunities for CJ Haygood to not throw as much, but still throw it smart. Back drop, incoming pressure, but it's going to be caught. Remember those well-developing plays you talked about? There's one of them by Jamar Shelton.
Yeah, he just looks so comfortable splitting the throws between the linebackers over the middle. And you said it perfectly, a post route over the middle. Line gave him plenty of room to throw. And you have so many routes on the outside of the hashes that your linebackers have to shade that way and help you out a little bit. And that's what leaves the middle of the field wide open like that.
Second reception for Jamar Shelton. As Haygood drops back, pressure incoming, but great poise on the throw. Another catch by Texera. That's going to be reception number 6 as he gets closer to 100 on the day.
I mean, Jesse, these throws he's completing aren't rookie throws. I mean, that throw in particular was a very talented throw. He watched that inside corner shift down as the in route developed, right? And that's what gave that little pocket to be able to throw to as the safety was coming down. That is not a rookie throw. That is a talented throw that a veteran is making. He just needs to shake off the small mistakes, and he'll be something big to watch out for.
And what I loved about it was that Jed McPherson was barreling right into him. He knew it was going to hurt when he threw that football. That's toughness, and you like to see that too. Nice throw inside. That right there, that's another pro-quality throw too.
Yeah, it sure is. That one, Jamar Shelton, that's almost a hospital ball, if you will. Very risky catching that one. He was blown up as he did. A whole gaggle of defenders in the area.
Up against a 3-4 defense here. The defensive backs are getting closer to the line of scrimmage here. It's going to be handed off to who else but Joel Hardiman with another really quality run, and that's going to put a little more on his already 3 yards per carry on the day. Directly under center with 3 tight ends right. Clean pocket. Rose inside to Texera. That one's going to score. Touchdown, San Jose.
Yeah, and that was pretty much a perfect drive for the rookie QB. Just give enough time and those routes will come. And again, it was another play that was long developing over the middle. You can see another cross coming over the field that Bobby Green had to shade towards. And then it left the opposite cross wide open in the middle of the field. And, you know, that turnover bug in the red zone, Jesse, isn't possible if you don't make it there. Just score before you get there.
There you go. I like the way you think. That's a very, very unconventional, different, outside the box kind of thinking that we like to see here at the SFLm. You know what? I'm going to put you in charge of color commentary for this game. That's how impressed I am with that statement.
Yeah, I feel honored.
You know, as one should be. And speaking of honor, looks like Elliot Pope just got the honor of being tackled by two of San Jose's finest on the special teams force. And so, Priscilla Aldemir, what do you draw up here on defense?
Yeah, I mean, one thing that's really killing you right now is these runs to the outside. Maybe make your linebackers shade a little bit to the outside as if you see those handoffs being made, or your safeties shoot a little bit quicker than they are. Really only two things I could think of, because it's going to be hard for your corners to bring down Ant Tim. They've done a little bit better as the game has progressed, though, in stopping that.
Hand off to Ant Tim, and good gang tackling on that one to make it a gain of only 2 yards. 5:07 left in the third and ticking.
Yeah, and if you're Anchorage, I think running the ball is going to be your medicine for success here. You know that the D-line of San Jose is what they thrive on as far as their defense goes. So the less often they can get involved in sacking the QB, the better.
That was a great tackle. It looked like it was going to be for a whole lot more than that. But that tackle was made possible by a great block by the right tackle. Phenomenal. It was Jackie Jones or Jessica Larson Fullerton. We will look at the formation here and know who it was. And yep, that was Jessica Larson Fullerton Gallardo. She made a great block on that play. Hassan Sin goes out wide to the right in motion. Big body on a smaller corner. We'll see how that matchup works out. Don't even bother. Handoff. 4th and inches, and no need for a flag there, in my opinion. Louis Coduti makes a very clear and very clean tackle to protect the first down marker against, well, okay. The announcer's curse has been broken. See, we're wrong sometimes.
Well, I mean, just because they did challenge it doesn't mean they're going to be right. You know. We'll get another look at it. Here's the referees. U11 there takes a look. Was it? It's Hood on the run.
That looks a little forward there.
I think he's gonna get. I think it's gonna be inches still.
Yeah, I think so too.
I bet on it. I bet your liver on it.
You know what? My liver. Do you want to bet someone else's liver? Because this liver's really.
Well, it stood, so you keep your liver.
Well, even so, it's like, you don't want to bet $1 to win back 40 cents. This liver has been through quite a bit.
Well, it's just positive money in my pocket either way.
Hey, at the end of the day, profit is still profit.
It was short anyway, so we don't got to worry about that.
Aiden Texera. That's a whole lot of dancing in the dark, but doesn't go anywhere. Aiden Texera is not having a bad day at the office. 2 yards shy of 100 and 7 receptions and a score as well. Great game so far, DJ.
Yeah, sure has been. And, he's really been very successful as far as San Jose's passing attack. He finds himself open quite a bit. Saw some early success with him in this new QB.
Here goes CJ Haygood once again under center. He got the INTs. He's 13 for 18 on the day. He's got time. Throws another big pass to Jamar Shelton, who's now becoming a huge part of the second half.
Yeah, and the fans in the stands starting to get behind this new guy, number 13, as he is living inside of the hashes. Multiple crosser routes we're seeing are what is really getting him success, right? It's either leaving things open in the middle or just his wide receivers making very tough catches like that continue to let him produce.
Once again, we're looking at a 2 receiver left formation tight into right. We see this a lot in the big leagues, and it's definitely going to pay off here with a very nice run by Joel Harneman, who once again has been showing himself to be a huge part of this 1-2 combination. Another run, and that should take his daily total to 7 carries for 28 yards.
Just about 3 or 4, just 4 per carry for him. Very solid, continuing to find success. And I mean, if they can keep that chain look, it'll be continue to look good for them as far as down and distance go.
That was a nice run there by one Rashawn Williams, continuing to add to his already top of the league total in terms of rushing yards. It looks like he is going to be your season 11 SFLm rushing title holder. But then again, I mean, somebody could run for like 300 or 400 yards. I mean, you never know.
Crazier.
But crazier things have happened as Haygood drops back. The lefty fires. Oh! That was a catch for a split second.
Yeah. Until
he got absolutely obliterated there by the safety.
I mean, like you said, just leveled. I mean, that's why they're, risky there, because they're just gonna, if they aren't caught, they're just gonna get hammered over the middle. It's a dangerous spot to throw the football whenever the safeties are low enough to help on coverage.
Once again, you got the I-Pro formation. We're going to be moving the receiver into motion. And it's going to be directly up the middle. Rashawn Williams will fight and be rolled over by the tackler for 2 more yards. And that's going to be 3rd and 1 with 2:10 left in the third. And they're going to be closer to the red zone.
Yeah, and that's not a good ride up for success if you're the defense. No one touched Williams until it was the free safety getting the tackle 1 yard short of the first down marker.
Another handoff, and this time another big run to running back Joel Harneman, and he just continues. They hit you with the left with Rashawn Williams, and they go right on you with Joel Harneman. They are putting on a clinic here. $1:42 left in the third. But San Jose fans are more in prayer than they are in rhapsody. And wow, what an amazing fight there by Jamar Shelton to put him on the goal line.
A pass completed in the red zone by C.J. Haygood, maybe breaking the spell that we've seen this game. Takes the top off of Zachary Babineau, the linebacker, who was just a little bit too far forward on the field. Now for San Jose, it's 1st and goal. You have a few yards to go. Jesse, I see no reason why they don't hand this off to Rashawn Williams towards the top side of your screen.
And it's going to be small, just like he does in his photograph. Diving right over the line to give San Jose the lead.
Man, there we go. The rookie getting spicy. Taking it over the line, taking it airborne. They call him the flight for a reason, and they have a new captain in that pilot seat.
Oh, that was just a sight to behold. He said, I'm not going to throw it in, not this time.
The extra point is good.
As he dives over the line, 14-10. And just like that, San Jose in the third quarter. It looks like C.J. Haygood says, you know what? I'm really good at that forget the past thing, not letting it affect his present or his team's future. Shake it off.
Get that snow off your shoulders, young man. You don't got to worry about it. Leave it in the back of your mind. The only people who care about that is the defensive back who got the interception. He'll be thinking about it for the next 3 weeks. But you need to forget about it the play after, and certainly doing so. And I'm seeing it in the chat. Certainly got to agree. C.J. Haygood's a second half QB.
Like you said, you got to tell them that those defensive backs are haters. And haters
Sure.
are going to hate. You just got to shake it off. As it's a flip outside and a broken tackle to Ant Tim. And Ant Tim has been an absolute horseback for Anchorage tonight. That's going to put him over the 100-yard mark, averaging 5.7 yards a carry. Now it's up to 6. Here we go. Tight end to the left, split back, 2 receivers to the right. It's going to be the late handoff. It's supposed to go to Jim Hood, but Co-Duty just absolutely blows that up right at the line of scrimmage. Forced 3rd and 5 with 25 left here in the third quarter.
And the fullback involved there on that run. I like it. Switching things up.
Well, they're split wide on the defensive line. They're going to try to attack the edges here. Blitz through the middle. Throws.
Oh!
And it got intercepted.
Oh, man.
Because that looked to me like a catch from this angle.
Yeah, let's see that again. This is a much better look at it. Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
It bounced around a little bit between the non-contract cornerback James Whitley, the intended receiver, which looked like Bobby Tarantino for a minute. Not Tarantino's fault there. Just it ended up hitting the wrong set of hands. But wow, here's CJ, and he's hotter than a stolen pistol right now. 2nd and 5, and that's going to bring us into the money quarter, everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get those 4s up for all of us here, there, everywhere, and all throughout the stars. San Jose is up by 4, but they just turned over the ball to San Jose here, and Anchorage is going to have to step up and keep them out of the end zone. Get those 4s up. We're not going anywhere here on the Virtual Football Network.
First 4 4s, Jesse, will get a signature pair of your metal chopsticks. If you know, you know. Signed by the man himself.
Absolutely. And
Oh, no!
And who's going to get it?
Oh, my gosh.
It looks like
I think
Anchorage fell on it.
Yep.
For a number of people trying to dive on it. It gets knocked out. And then it ends up being fallen on by Jed McPherson. And just like that, that absolutely hurts.
Yeah, it sure does.
Anchorage finds the ball again. Hopefully, they can take advantage of the momentum. Once again, another huge run and a shoulder put into the breadbasket of the defenders. And Tim makes another 15-yard run for the day to make another first down. And they're moving.
Yeah, now if you're Anchorage, I'm curious to see if they're going to keep the ball on the ground now. We've only seen 61 yards of passing here from Michael Pajak, 4 completions and the interception. Not the typical performance he puts up as far as passing goes, but when your rushing attack has performed as well as it does, I don't blame them.
Very good pickup on the blitz as Mikhail Pajak runs away. And he really is the escape artist, isn't he?
He sure is. The Polish rifle fires with complete accuracy.
I love it. The Polish rifle. There was a kicker in the league in another universe called the Polish powder keg. If you know, you know. As it's going to be run to the 40-yard line for a first down by Ant Tim, who once again is continuing to churn out the yards. That's 121 on the day on 20 carries.
I mean, if you're Anchorage, you got to take full advantage of this. If you don't get points on this upcoming drive, you have to consider that a fail. I'd argue if you don't get a touchdown here, Rashawn Williams does not fumble a lot. And when he does, you have to take advantage of that the other way.
Handoff is going to be once again to the rookie, Jim Hood. And he's going to be stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Happens even to the pros, happens even to the best of us. But it's going to force 2nd and 11. We're going to see what happens here. Very tight spacing on the line here with the trips formation out right. They gun it down the field, and he throws it down the middle. And it's going to be caught by Joey Hightower. Joey Hightower has also been putting in a good day at the office. Second reception. He's definitely a guy that shows up in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, sure does. He is the definition of clutch. And the Polish rifle unloading one there, and it was sighted in on the money. I feel like the rushing attack now will be what will clean this one up.
Directly under center with a halfback full out. Fake handoff. He's got time. Throws it down the field and into the hands of Joey Hightower once again with his second reception of what could be one of the most important drives of the contest.
Yeah, another successful look for Pajak, and what I'm seeing now is that San Jose isn't getting a whole lot of pressure on Pajak, and that's just letting him fire at will downfield.
And on the offense, they've been on the field quite a bit, the San Jose defense. First and goal, just outside the 8-yard line. Pajak drops back, slings it outside, caught right on just outside the goal line by Sansong, but he's fully upright and tackled away. And that's going to put it right on first and less than a yard here, probably about a little over a foot, if I had to say.
See if you see the sneak.
It's very hard to get that foot in this business, and you know that. Hand it off to... Well, I was trying to say it was hard, Aunt Tim, and then you have to go and make it look so easy for your second touchdown of the game. Make a nice wide open hole on the right there. DJ.
Yeah, I mean, untouched. Knew it was coming the whole way in the I form, and just power it through the middle of the field. The rushing attack mixed with the passing attack. A very balanced look for them to clean up after the fumble. Their most even drive of the game. One that we've seen them try and replicate a few times, but to no success. 5 rushes, 3 passes to complete that 8-play drive.
Anchorage has definitely taken advantage of that fumble. Both teams have played an interesting back and forth of not so clean football games up to this point. And DJ, that is something I definitely have noticed. Both these teams have been kind of hot and cold at different times with the football.
Yeah, for sure. It was like Anchorage in that first quarter was just completely dominant, right? And then in that third quarter is when San Jose really turned up. So, it's all about the fourth quarter, though. That's the most important quarter, I'd argue. And this is where champions are made, and this is where the end of the game is going to happen. Last one to score, it seems, is going to be who takes this one out on top.
San Jose under center. Handoff. Delayed for a really nice 8-yard run here. Very interesting stat for San Jose. They're 0 for 3 on third down in the first half. But they had 10 first downs in the first half and 7 here in the second half. Moving the ball very, very well. So it's going to be a matter of seeing what happens if Anchorage can find a way to force them into third down here. And they won't. For another big run, and that's why they haven't been in third down situations a lot this game. Because every time they run this football, they gain at least 6 yards.
Yeah, they sure do, and they're doing so not on these runs that are going all the way to the outside. They're doing it right up the middle and just letting their offense do what they do best, making huge running lanes for these backs to go through.
John Williams, 5.1 per carry. Harneman, 4.2 per carry. Backs throws. Great coverage on the play there by Bobby Green to put the stick on Jamar Shelton to bring him down. Not easy to do. He's a big body out there.
Yeah, sure is. Getting a hand in there is all you need to do. And Bobby Green's one of the best linebackers at doing it in the entirety of the league.
As we see, a defensive line makes a shift to Haygood's left. Throws it outside to a nice seam in the middle for a gain by Speedy Gonzalez. What a great catch. Old Speedy. That might just be his first reception of the game.
Yeah, first touch of the game for Gonzalez. Haven't seen a rush or a pass up to that point, and gets one in a huge spot. Gets a highlight that isn't or a block, you should say. And now you can see those numbers and really how much he is playing well in the middle of the field, Jesse, right there. 205 of his passing yards in the middle. Oh, man.
Oh, almost threw it directly at him. Luckily, the defensive back was more concerned with making physical contact and a good stick on the receiver because that hit him right in the chest.
Yeah, that was very, very scary. I don't think he expected the ball to be there in that spot.
Directly under center as the ball is snapped with a deep drop. Time was made. It hits the hands of the receiver. It's very hard not to blame Johnny Masters for not catching that one. That was a very catchable football.
Yeah, we've seen it a few times where contact is soon to come after the play, where he has just bobbled it up and hasn't been able to pull it in. That's just part of a rookie adjusting to the speed of this league and the hard hitting of this league, something he'll have to work on in weeks to come.
It's an adjustment as the ball is thrown directly into a seam in the zone to Aiden Texera. He's going to add to his 100. He's going to go over 100 yards with that one. He was 98 going in. Now that should put him over it.
Yeah, and it's again a cross route over the middle of the field that produces well, keeping the defenders off of him by shorter routes and routes to the outside. 121, the official number on his day up to this point, and looks like they'll continue to throw the rock, but they are in the red zone.
Ball's out. Oh! It was in the hands of Jamar Shelton, but the ball got blasted out by non-contract cornerback Derek Ross, forcing 2nd and 10.
Shelton doesn't drop those often, Jesse.
Oh, he does not. 6 receptions on the day on 12 targets. It's been very popular with CJ Haygood, throwing 64% completions. He's 18 for 28 tonight. This is where he has the most trouble. Time to throw. Throws inside in a very wide open pass. Caught once again by Shelton, his 7th grab of the night. 3rd and 4.
Yeah, now you're in a situation where your playbook is completely open. If it's me, I try a run to the outside, but I'm not a coach. Let's see what they can cook up. Let's see if they put this in the hands of their new kid on the block.
They can get a first down without getting a touchdown here. Deep drop, pressure incoming, throws. Going to force 4th and 2. Most coaches are usually going to take the field goal here, but it's not my call to make. Now is it?
No, it is not. But Scylla Aldemir, who has been perfect all season long, has not missed a field goal, will trot out onto the field for what should be a chip.
22 yards for the kick is up.
It is up.
And it looks like no one's going to need a bodyguard to get to their car this evening.
Oh, that's great. Very dirty luck coming from the stats truck.
I don't know. You could call the army, but I don't think it would do much good.
No, it was up
But
and good.
very, very nice kick there by Scylla
Best I've
Aldemir.
ever seen, I'd argue.
The greatest kick that has ever been kicked of all the kicks that have been kicked. Wow!
Oh!
Elliot Pope Jr. buries a defensive lineman. That was Damian Willis. He just stiff-armed a defensive tackle.
Sure did, and that's
Look at
Elliott
this.
Pope Jr. Bounced it to the outside. The blocks were terrific, and then eventually gets scared of Scylla Aldemir and goes out of bounds. Doesn't want to get hit. I saw a devious hit from her in a Detroit game in the SFL, so was trying to avoid being on a poster.
Damian Lewis ain't going to hear the end of that on the bus, that's for sure. And the handoff delayed inside to Ant Tim. Stick with the business model. And Tim once again with another big run. Fourth quarter, 3:57 remaining. This ball game is tied. 2nd and 3 in an I-Pro formation as Mikkel Pajak is going to hand it off to the new rookie with a really nice run there. First down. Jim Hood is going to bring them closer to field goal range with 3:33 left in the 4th quarter. Once again, Pajak, go on.
With the rushing attack they have, it's hard for them to consciously do anything else but run and keep chewing this clock away. Ideally, you get down deep into the red zone and just kick it with zeros left up on the clock.
Yeah, this is one of those times where, like you said, stick with the business model. Football is always a situational game. You can't, it's not like baseball. You can kneel on it. You can work the clock to your advantage. Small Hood takes it 3rd and 1. And it looks like they right now are on the 35-yard line. This is a very pivotal play right here. 2 tight ends set to the right. I-Pro formation. Fullback leads in and then cuts outside as an escort for Ant Tim. Ant Tim moves along, and Ant Tim had his bodyguard there to help him through that. 1st and 10 with 2:22 left in the 4th quarter. DJ.
I mean, the outside runs continue to work for Anchorage, and it's what's helping them chew this clock away. They will run another play. Not having to, though. That's risky. Keep it on the ground, Anchorage.
Oh, you know, if you're a fan, you're just like, you're grabbing your hat with both hands. You're like, what are you doing? It's not easy. I mean, you don't have to go before the firing squad if it doesn't work. 2nd and 10 here with 2:12 left in the 4th. 12 before the 2-minute warning. As Pajak throws it inside, but there's going to be a flag on the play.
Yeah, PI again.
Yeah.
Dare I say that, home cooking.
Oh, that's definitely not something you want to have happen here. That's going to put the ball right on the 20-yard line. And here's the contact made by the defender. Andre Pope just got too physical too soon at the wrong time. Played the ball a little bit too soon.
Yep.
Pajak finds himself directly under center with a split back formation. They're going to put Hightower in motion. That could be a mismatch worth watching if they don't run the football here. They're going to drop back and throw.
Oh, there it is.
Pressure incoming, and Dave Wolf with a critical sack.
Yeah, I mean, he has been tenacious all season long, the sack leader by a healthy margin. He's only had 1 game all season, Jesse, where he hasn't had a sack. His first full one of the night comes late into this game, and a huge opportunity for him. Pushes them a little bit further back, makes the kick harder if it is from this distance.
2-minute warning, game tied. Even though Anchorage finds themselves just outside the red zone, anything can happen. The city walls are vulnerable. They can be conquered. Mikkel Pajak, blitzing coming, but throws it outside. What a beautiful dime to Kevin Parker. 1st and goal.
Yeah, I mean, they just continue to pass. It gets them a 1st down. Not sure why they're risking it in this situation, but I mean, hopefully they'll run it out here and try and kick up a chip.
1st and goal on the 8-yard line. Fullback leading in the running back. And Tim's going to take the football directly up the middle for a very violent gain of 4 yards. 2nd and 4 on the goal line. Looks like that timeout is going to be taken by San Jose to save the clock.
Yeah, now, I mean, if you're Anchorage, ideally you don't score right away. You need to stay out of the end zone to fish these timeouts out of San Jose's pockets.
And the late handoff is going to be shut down for a loss of 2 by the line of scrimmage. And once again, another timeout. And now you've got some decisions to make here. Do you kick the field goal and trust your defense? I'm the type that says, play to win, not to not lose. Let's see if they have the same mentality here at Anchorage. Pajak drops back, throws, caught, touchdown, Joey Hightower. Field goals? Ha ha! No, sir. Anchorage finds the end zone, and they're an extra point away from going up 7 with $1:42 left in the football game.
They will score, but Jesse, so much time is left on the clock for San Jose. 1:40, right? You still have a timeout. San Jose has scored in less time than this, and think about if you get one more good return for them. They had a return that brought them to the 24, right? And with how CJ Haygood has played in this second half, you won't see another interception after one of those.
Texera has shown it certainly can happen. And we want to see what happens there first before we start talking about crunching all the numbers so far for San Jose here in the second half. This football is up. So be taken by Texera. Let's see if he's got the magic in him. He looked like he was for a second, but a very nice return to the San Jose 33. And here comes CJ Haygood. Story of the new kid, first game, a very pivotal must-have game. They've played a cleaner game in the second half. Their only turnover came from the Rashawn Williams fumble.
Yeah.
They just found a way to clean it up. But there's only one line that matters for San Jose right now. That yellow line's important, but the goal line is the one they need to have. Drop back, throws inside, caught by Jamar Shelton. $1:30 remaining. This clock is ticking. Every second is going to be precious. Immediate drop back and throws.
Oh, man.
It's going to be incomplete. And you are right about that. Even if it stops the clock, you've got to get them, especially when you're clicking and moving like that.
Yeah, we've seen Masters get thrown to 6 times now, and only 2 of them have been pulled in. And Jesse, I'd argue those other 4 hit his hands.
Oh, you better believe they did. As a backup, throws it outside. It's going to be caught by Jamar Shelton once again. And the kid, you got butterflies? So do I. Another catch by Jamar Shelton. Feed the beast, let it go. Another throw this time. A gain of 7.
Getting consistent now, like we talked about, that fourth quarter magic.
Ooh. Sometimes the hardest part about this job, I would have to say, is having something to say when you're just left speechless.
Yeah, definitely up there.
But you can be left speechless out there. We want you to be left speechless out there in football land, watching here in the Virtual Football Network. 3rd and 2. Up back by Haygood, throws out to the flat. Manages to stay in bounds. It's going to be 1st and goal on the 7-yard line. 40 seconds remaining. The clock is ticking. Great play by Williams there. As they're going to spike it. They're obviously in a 4th down situation here with 36 seconds remaining.
Oh, here we go. I mean, you just can't have what you had earlier, but you have to keep it in the air, right? We need a little bit of that magic we've seen on these previous downs. That red zone turnover bug is out the window. Continue to fire on target to your consistent pass catchers. Come on.
Masters in motion to the right side. No tight end blocking. They're all out. Throws by Haygood.
Oh, my goodness.
And nearly intercepted once again by Derek Ross. And the fans are breathing a sigh of relief after not falling prey to the old ghost of the first half.
Yeah, I mean, you got 2 more downs to play with. You need 7. You need to convert it downfield. Now, this is a good opportunity to do so. Watch for a cross over the middle. Looks a little weak in that area of the field.
4 receivers, 3 wide. It's going to be a delayed handoff. Throws and bang! Either way.
What is it?
We'll see what the penalty is. And that looks like it's going to be an ineligible receiver downfield.
Oh, man.
This, and the Boo Birds are out.
Yeah, I mean, the fans are losing their mind. The pancake block was so good that they called him downfield. Come on, refs. It's your home team. Oh, man. Jesse, he wasn't even on his feet.
The refs
Come
giveth, and the refs taketh away. And the band plays on.
A little more
3rd
time
and
to
goal.
throw, though.
Backs off, throws outside to the right.
Gosh.
Nearly got intercepted on the crossing route by Bobby Green. He should be thankful that he only made the tackle instead of playing the ball. 4th and goal, down 7.
He's 12.
This is it.
More room now.
We'll see. All or nothing. All the chips of both players left in the tournament are in the middle of the table. A delayed handoff inside. I guess they were hoping to catch him off guard and put Rashawn Williams up the middle.
Yeah, they
Right
tried to
now.
double pass.
There's a lot of fans out there with both hands on their head.
Yeah, my hands are on my head. Oh my goodness. You can't call that there.
I guess you want to do what they don't think you're going to do. I mean,
so.
right? Well, we are officially counting down 10, 9, 8. Anchorage will defeat San Jose as we finally tick out the last second. Anchorage 24, San Jose 17. And that was a contest there. I think we were all rooting for CJ Haygood to have a really good day and come away with the win. Oh, that was a lot of fun. DJ, game balls. Who's getting a game ball today?
Man, I mean, as far as I'll give 2 for you, Jesse. Offensively, for Anchorage, as they got the win, got to give it to Ant Tim. Had a huge game on the ground, was really their catalyst on offense. Just shy of 150 yards unofficially on the ground with 2 touchdowns. And then defensively, for me, it's got to go to Eric Belmont. Had 2 early interceptions, led the team in tackles as well, was all over the place. Certainly my nods.
Well, once again, it was an absolute pleasure to help close out the end of the regular season here in season 11 of the SFLm, but this is only the beginning. The real season is coming up after this week, and we look forward to seeing you there, and we look forward to seeing you for the next 2 upcoming games as part of our usual Tuesday SFLm triple header here on the Virtual Football Network, your home for the best in virtual football. I am Jesse Long, and here on behalf of my partner, DJ Kilgann, I'd like to say it was an absolute pleasure and a privilege to bring the SFLm here to you tonight on the Virtual Football Network. Once again, thank you, and all of you out there, have a beautiful night.
Peace.